play Gugliotta made a moment ago. Watch him go to the hole.
We can see not a lot of help there, Randy, as Gugliotta takes the ball to the bucket. He just jams it right over East Tennessee State.
Rodney English went up with him, but Gugliotta, standing at about 6'9", 230 pounds, very strong physically.
And also very mobile. He took that ball to the hole with a lot of authority, put the ball on the floor very well.
NC State on defense now. East Tennessee down 4, 15:28 to go first half.
Little man-to-man out of the timeout. Switching from the zone that they started the first 5 minutes with.
Major gear outside. Nobody over 6'4" in the lineup now for East Tennessee State. And when that happens, you don't need anybody over 6'4". Calvin Talford, the back door.
That was a great look. Calvin Talford said, "Hey, mister, watch this." It's a mismatch when Calvin Talford is guarding by someone his own size on the floor.
Tremendous athlete, Calvin Talford. 2-point game. Gugliotta in the corner for three, missed it. Thompson over English for the rebound. Beggins, goaltending, it will count. No basket.
That's a very good call because the ball never got off the rim. You're going to see the shot, and watch, Randy, the ball never gets off the rim on tip. It almost got an over and back foul right there. Good jump, little jump fake, and he goes up. The ball never leaves the rim. That's a good call by the official.
East Tennessee looking to tie. Jennings for three. No. Rodney Monroe with a long rebound. Here comes the Wolfpack. Forciani lobbing it, tapped away by Talford, off the hands of Bryant Beggins.
You got to remember, when they're posted up in there, Calvin Talford's only 6'4", but he was a 7-foot high school high jumper. He could really get off the floor.
He got off the floor for another slam, but he traveled before he did that. So the floor mistake gives it back to NC State with 14:10 to go in the first half.
You see what East Tennessee State is having to contend with. North Carolina State is trying to isolate in the lane and try to get those mismatch with the shorter men.
Forciani with 6, and it's a 16-12 NC State lead. Tremendous competitor, Chris Forciani.
That's a travel. He got away with that travel.
Rodney English. Marty Story penetrates, blocked, taken away by the taller NC State team. Forciani with the ball. Spinning.
Nice
dishing
pass.
A foul, and it's on Keith Jennings, his second.
Forciani, really an innovator. He does a lot of great things in transition and open court. That time he did a good little spin move. Watch this block right now. Marty Story doesn't have the height advantage. And, of course, Forciani's going to take on the break. Got a new player in the lineup for East Tennessee State. That's Alvin West, who, Randy, was the player of the game against Cincinnati for the Buccaneers.
14-point-a-game average. Did not start tonight, but sees a lot of playing time. A great shooter. A miss on the free throw by Gugliotta, his first.
Alvin West is another one of those players. He doesn't start, but he averages in double figures, and he comes off the bench. A lot of coaches like to have good athletes coming off the bench.
The miss. Gugliotta missed 2. In fact, Gugliotta hits only 47% from the free throw line, but look what he did from the outside. A 3. Rodney English over NC State for 2.
Very interesting that East Tennessee State plays with no one on the floor over 6'4". Hey, I think they could win that World Basketball League 6'4" and under title. They did this against Cincinnati. That's a charge.
Forciani picks up the charge. Calvin Talford set himself properly and picked it up for East Tennessee.
Well, this time you're going to have a little penetration here, and Calvin Talford steps right in there. He is set, and that's a charge.
Under 13 minutes to go. East Tennessee down by 5. A moment ago, it was 7. Jennings to Talford. Alvin West. Jennings pulls out. Jumper short.
It's not a very smart foul by Kevin Thompson, because that's the man that you want to take that 15-footer, and he fouls him on the jump shot. And I know Les Robinson, look at this.
Trezell Silvers, the shooter.
You got the man shooting you want to, and Les Robinson over there said, why are we fouling him on a jump shot?
Trezell Silvers is a freshman from Clinch, Virginia, 4.4 points per ball game. Good-looking prospect. He misses the first free throw. He's a 6'7" freshman.
It's going to be interesting to see how long East Tennessee State stays in the man because, you know, the isolation of North Carolina State. They ran a very effective zone against Cincinnati, Randy, but I tell you, the thoughts that might be going through Allen McFor's mind is Rodney Monroe.
Free throw lane violation gives East Tennessee State the ball. Corciani got in the lane too quickly. So the Bucs get the ball back. 19-14, West faking, shooting, no good. Corciani with a long rebound. NC State by 5. West went for the steal. Monroe missed the 3. Kept alive inside, taken away by East Tennessee's Mr. Jennings at 5'7". Here's the Mister.
Nice.
This is Talbert for the layup. Fagans gets 2 on the other end.
Here's your track meet.
A transition game, folks. Textbook. The guy that masterminded all this is on one end of the floor. It's Les Robinson. Trezell Silvers with the ball, the freshman at 6'7". Gives it to Talford, who pulls up and hits. Calvin Talford plays with as much confidence as any player I know. When he's hot, he knows it.
Oh, he's a great athlete on top of that. The high jumper we already mentioned. Great baseball player, Randy. He can knock it out of the stadium. And he also ran track. He's just a great all-around athlete.
Guglielmo for 3, missed it. Talford in the sky for the rebound. 11:14 to go. East Tennessee can tie with a 3. Talford all the way. It would have counted had it gone in, but he's fouled by Fagans. And Talford will get 2 shots.
Tell you something else. The pace of this game is going to mean, as you see Calvin, good fake there. Guglielmo's up. Nobody really challenged him. Guglielmo had to come from the rear to challenge the shot, or he gets a jam. Randy, the pace of this game is going to mean that a lot of people are going to see some action tonight.
East Tennessee State, as we look at the foul, has the people. NC State does not. In fact, before the season started, Les Robinson had a walk-on tryout. He had about 80 kids that tried out, and 3 made it. Paul Campion, Tim Thompson, and Chris Ritter for NC State. He needed some bodies. Of course, they were under NCAA probation because of the all the mess down there. We won't go into any details.
That's a pretty good word.
Mess, exactly. 11:07 to go. It's a 2-point NC State lead. And we'll be right back to Johnson City, Tennessee in just a moment.
Remember life before chronic depression tore your family.